Hey team, so I've just done a workout and for the first time in a long time, I decided not to put the clock on. Now I'm a big fan of timing my workouts, of measuring my progress and making sure that as the years go by, that I'm seeing improvement in not just the workouts that are my favorite workouts, but in workouts that are my least favorite. Sometimes it gets really, really hard because of the pressure that I put on myself. I notice that when I repeat workouts that I've done multiple times, that sometimes I get a bit anxious about it. I get a little bit nervous. I get a little bit fearful that I'm going to let myself down, that it's going to be a reflection that I'm not improving, that I'm not progressing, that my training is not going in the right direction that I'm looking for, and feel like a failure. And realistically, that's just fear. That's just me being scared. And really, if I take a look at my training that I'm doing, I can be proud of what I've done. I'm moving, I'm active, I'm getting stronger, I'm working on skills and weaknesses and strengths, and it's a learning process. We don't always get it right. Sometimes we're making gains in one area and then we retest a different area and it shows that we haven't been working on those skills. Other times we work on things that don't seem to have any impact on another skill. We might work on some gymnastic skills. We might superset them up. And we're doing them at quite a quick pace, and then all of a sudden you go and do a running WOD, and for some reason your score's better on this running workout, and it makes no sense at all. So it is a little bit of trial and error, and sometimes different skills, like I say, lend themselves well to other skills. And that's one of the beauties of CrossFit, is that everything is in a way complementing everything else to a large degree. And then there's times when it doesn't. And the reason I'm having this conversation is because I've recently come back from a holiday, and the purpose of the holiday for me was to really switch off, to disconnect from some of the work pressures that I put on myself for running a business, some of the pressures and demands I have around some of the benchmarks around the business, like members attending and members getting results. Then I have my own personal pressures that I put on myself regarding my training and my strength and my fitness and some skills that I'm working on to try and get better. And then my relationship, and then trying to get into the housing market. And you know, it's pretty soon can become very overwhelming, and it has for me. So the purpose of that holiday was to completely disconnect. And I had a beautiful break and I switched off. And the very next day that I got home, I just ran myself into the ground again. And the next day I did the same. And then I realized that I hadn't been training because I was trying to get on top of the business. So then I flogged myself in training. And because I was exhausted and stressed out again, my training suffered. And I spent a few days like that. And it wasn't until I was able to I got frustrated enough that I thought, fuck, I need to have a look at myself, a good look at myself. And I took some time to relax, and I took some time to reflect and shut my mind off, which has been the biggest one. And what I noticed was that I was living with this fear, and it was not really working for me. So I needed to take the pressure off. And that's what brings me to today's workout. Today's workout, for the first time in a very long time, I didn't put the clock on. I didn't worry about what scores other people got. I didn't worry about what score I might have got in the past. I didn't worry about what time it might take me to do one round and then multiply that by 10 and add a minute for fatigue and see what time that I think I should do it in. I didn't put any of those pressures on myself. I just rocked up, put a smile on my face, and enjoyed the workout. And what a bloody nice change that was. So if you're into measuring your workouts, I applaud you and I agree with you, and I think that's fantastic. And if you think you can get some benefit from maybe switching off as well, then I encourage you to give it a go. That's 5 minutes. I'm going to enjoy the walk on my own, have a little rest, and remember, enjoy your training.